There it is. And we are back. Live from the gorgeous Prince George's. This is the one and only illustrious Shattered Illusionz podcast. And I am your host, TK McKenna. And we are back, man.
Will I take him to the breakage?
I have had a very long night already, guys. The women in here are annoying me.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing new.
Hey, go ahead.
But before we start that, I gotta check in on my family. D and Kiana, go get your job. Camera one. No, one. There we go. D, how you doing, bro?
I'm always good, blessed, highly favored. You already know.
And you forgot that God is good.
Oh, yeah. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
Oh, I got some church folks in here today.
Hold on.
Amen.
Can I introduce y'all first? Rambunctious?
I got some church. Now I got some church. Hey, you can't stop that. I got some church folks in here.
Nobody knows who you guys are. let me get to my intro first. Damn. You see, you try to
Hey,
do
brother,
things right.
you can't stop the church folks. We was born this way.
This ain't no call and response. You know what? I am gonna take y'all to church tonight though. So whole different conversation.
sermon.
Let me finish my check-ins. Kiana, do you want to say hi to people?
Hi.
Kiana is helping us out tonight.
Thank you so much.
She's been getting on my nerve all day.
You get on my nerves too.
You came out swinging tonight, boy.
we have argued for like an hour and a half, and she said, "You know what? I need some kind of help because I've been getting." I ain't even gonna say no mind, but she got some backup tonight.
And do.
Anyway, before we get started with the BS, a couple of things, guys. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Shattered Illusionz. As I always say, we've been growing at a pretty good rate. We want to keep that going. Also, if you see this by now, we should be up on Rumble. Rumble is going to be a platform we'll be uploading all the episodes on moving forward, in addition with YouTube, because we don't want to get canceled because some of our controversial opinions. So with that being said, I'm going to let the ladies introduce themselves, who've already talked several times out of turn, insubordinate,
Oh my god.
and churlish.
You go ahead.
So Kiana, go and put the camera on them. Let them introduce themselves. But before we do that, I need y'all's age.
Don't do it.
Y'all's name.
Don't do it. I'm not fine.
No, I'm not. Y'all age, y'all's names, y'all occupation.
Okay. All right. So I'm Shell. I'm 32. And I'm a project assistant.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 32. What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, this is going to be interesting tonight.
Nothing.
This is going to be interesting.
All right.
Next lady. Good.
I'm Leash. I'm 31.
Wait, how old?
And 31. And I'm a marketing coordinator for a commercial real estate company.
Okay. So you got some money.
I don't like talking about my finances.
Okay, all right. I was just asking. And what do you do again?
I'm a project assistant.
What does that mean? Like, what does that entail?
Like, basically, I work closely with all the C-suite people, like the CEO, the chief human resource officer, financial officer.
Okay. Is it like an assistant kind of thing, or?
Not necessarily assistant, but like I'm in charge of all new projects that our company might be picking up on. So if we're trying to buy a new business or anything like that, then I'm in charge of scheduling, budgeting, all of that.
So like a project management kind of thing.
Yeah, but I don't have my PMP, so I'm a project assistant.
I already know. I know how that thing goes in this world, man. But Kiana, put the camera on D, and we're going to D. I'm gonna pass the episode to you. We gonna do what we gotta do.
Hey, I hope y'all doing well. I'm just, so I discovered something. People get nervous when they get on here, but it's okay. We have these icebreakers brought to you by Major Assessments Financial. If you're in need of commercial lending, new or existing business, they have access to different lenders. You can give them a call at 240-258-3098, or you can go to the website, majораssessments.com. Okay, let's get into it. Please be honest.
Of course.
5 icebreaker questions. I'm gonna start with you, Shell.
Of course.
Of course.
What's the pettiest reason you stopped dealing with a guy?
Ooh, the pettiest reason?
Come on, be honest.
I don't feel like this is petty, but I've stopped dealing with a guy because his breath stinks. But that's not petty.
You couldn't give him a breath, man, a gum.
No,
He too old for that, huh?
exactly.
All right, go ahead.
Never on time.
Oh, punctuation.
That's real petty.
That's important.
That is.
I don't know. That annoys me when people are always late. It annoys
Yeah.
me. I don't know about anyone if you're always late.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Do you feel like that you guys are always on time?
No, that's why I said that's petty.
No.
Okay,
I'm
because
not always on time.
Okay, how many times was it? Was it like the first date or something?
No,
He was late.
it was a consecutive thing.
Like always late. Like how late though? like-
sometimes 2 hours.
Whew. I'm sorry.
But we're always late. Like we
I'm not
plan.
always
we
late.
plan to be late to stuff.
You
she,
plan to be
she
late.
putting your business
No,
out there.
she plans to be late. I like to be on time and early.
I like to be on time too.
So
She
I
was
know.
pretty early tonight.
I was going to say that. I will
She
give.
was early because of me.
I
That's
will
not
give
true.
her. I'll
You
give
don't want
her.
to take the credit. You just said you like being late.
Yes, I do, but I didn't plan on.
Okay,
being
I
here.
got you.
Can I start being a little bit controversial already?
Sure.
In my experience, I've dated a lot of women. Women are never on time, like ever. And why do you guys think that is? Is it because is it like the hair, the makeup kind of thing? Okay, let's say hypothetically, I've dated 100 women. Okay. If I tell a girl 7:00, very rarely is the girl there before 7:30, 7:45. So me knowing that
8:15.
no bull, but me knowing that I already give them an additional time. I know they're going to be late. So, ladies, what's the secret? Why are you guys always late?
So first of all, when you say by there, like, do you mean like she's meeting you,
Are you
or
picking
like
her
you're
up?
picking her up?
That's an interesting question. Me personally, for the first date, I like picking the girl up
Okay.
because I know you guys have issue with safety sometimes, but for me personally, it's just I want to set the dynamic early on that hey, I'm courting you. We're going according to my program, kind of thing. So that's how I pick them up. But now you avoided my question. So
No,
why
I
you guys
wasn't
late?
avoiding it because I was about to say if I'm meeting you somewhere, like at that point, how long it takes to get ready, I completely forgot how long it takes me to get there. But
okay,
if
You
you're
sound like someone I know.
But if you're coming to pick me up, most times I'm always ready because if we're being honest, I don't know how to do makeup. So that already takes about an hour of my get ready time. So my get ready time is usually shower, put something on, and do my hair. And if my hair is already like twisted, then I don't have to do it. And if it's like this, then I just spray some water in it and flip it to the side. So
Let's not forget it takes her an hour to find something to wear. She'll change her outfit
Ooh.
5 times.
Somebody telling the truth here.
She'll change an outfit 5 times. And
But
then it'll go back to the first outfit that she
2023,
had.
2023 so far. Yesterday I had a date, and then going to this baby shower, and then coming here today. I had already had my outfit in my mind, so it didn't take me long.
The date went well.
I was gonna ask.
yesterday?
I was gonna
Did
ask.
the date
that.
go well?
How did the date go?
It went great.
Okay, good. That's good.
Is this somebody we can see possibly having a future with?
That's the plan.
Potential.
That's the plan.
Somebody look at your neighbor and say potential.
potential.
Listen, I don't know. We might
I know.
we might ruin that for you tonight. I'm not sure.
No.
We gonna see. But
All right.
go ahead, D.
So let me ask y'all this. This is a controversial thing throughout the years. Does pineapple go on pizza?
Mine does.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you okay? That's
Who
what y'all
said? Who
like.
said yeah?
Both of us.
Both of them.
And I do it. Sometimes I do it on purpose so nobody can eat my pizza.
Oh, so you selfish?
That's some
You
fat
stingy.
shit. That's some fat shit. That is really like some fat
If
shit.
and it's crazy because if you like pineapples on your pizza, I love sharing with you because you like pineapples on your pizza. But I'll get it so I don't have to share.
So where do you get pineapples and what?
Sausage.
Sausage.
Oh, y'all spicy. Y'all exotic.
I'm not even gonna say that. All right.
I'm not gonna say nothing either.
Did that throw you off?
A little.
All right.
All right, let me ask y'all this. So it's so many social media scenarios that go out. what's the most annoying one for me is when they say if you're on a date with a woman and she asks, "Can you buy something for her kids? Should you buy something for her kids?" Like, what's the most annoying social media scenario that always circulates or comes up for y'all?
I think it's like the $200 date.
I was gonna say
stuff.
that one too.
I
Okay.
think that the conversation is played out. We've been having the same conversation for 5 years.
So, what do you feel about it?
I think personally for me, $200 on the first date. I mean, it depends on what we're doing. I don't plan to be taken to like a fancy ass restaurant on my first date. Like I'm more so like, let's catch a. Obviously, eating has to play a part in that, but
You
let's catch a
you gotta get
movie.
some food.
But
All
no,
right,
we
I
can do
understand.
bowling. We can do something fun. I don't expect to be.
Did you
like-
say movie?
Yeah, movie.
Movies
or-
a horrible idea for first date.
I mean, I haven't went to the movies on the first
It depends
date.
on the type of person
But-
you are.
No,
But it also depends on if we were friends before. Like
Okay.
if I'm just meeting you for the first time.
Because
Because you can have first dates with people
I-
that you've known for a long time.
I have to stop you right there
Oh, God.
because Kiana and I got into this fight earlier. Can you tell me what a friend is?
we gonna get into that later. We gonna get into that.
Somebody that you've known. Say I've known a person since high school and I've just known them. We haven't like done anything sexual, intimate, nothing. And we've known each other, been in our lives, and say 10 years down the line, I find you attractive or I'm interested in dealing with you. And then we go out on a first date.
Don't let me forget this. We're coming.
We coming back to that. We're gonna talk about.
We're
We're gonna talk about
after
it. We're gonna talk about it.
I'm gonna get in your ass real.
What did I
Getting
say?
You just said a lot of horse shit that I can't even process.
I'm confused.
What-
You know what?
What's
I'm ready for it because I got the rebuttal.
What's a fake scenario for you that you just get annoyed by?
A fake scenario?
Yeah, like they post stuff on the shade room in different places.
I
Like,
just get annoyed with everything.
oh god,
Like
you
you
woke up like this.
like I'm on like the verge of either blocking the shade room or removing them, but I just don't like any of it.
They are very toxic.
Like I don't like nothing. Like the relationships, the like in my opinion, the homophobia, the transphobia, I don't like none of that. But I don't know what's a fake scenario. I don't pay attention to these scenarios.
All right, like
real.
for instance, they say, should a man pay rent? Like it should be 50-50 on
But
rent.
these not fake scenarios. These real scenarios.
That's a
But-
fake scenario for me because I
But-
think most people do what's best for them.
But now that you brought that up, I don't like that whole conversation
Why? What's wrong with it?
because I feel like what's the point when it all depends on your household?
And that's
You just
what
said that,
that's why I say that's why I say I feel like what works for you. I always tell people you can't put out something because for me, I always talk to him about this. A man could be making this much this year, but if a man is ambitious, he's always trying to do stuff. He's making more money year by year. Situations change, so he might get to. I'm gonna be honest. If a man loves you, his ideal thing to do if he can is make sure you don't even have to deal with anything. If he truly care about you, he's like, all right, you ain't gotta deal with anything. You don't have to touch nothing. I want you to do certain things, but like his ideal is not for you to work. If a man really loves you and he's in position to do that.
And you speaking on that actually just made me think of a fake scenario that just came out like within yesterday or today.
What?
The girl from Love and Hip Hop that went viral about the wedding.
Oh,
saying
$250,000.
the courthouse.
Yeah.
I don't like stuff like that because if you got a man who wants to marry you, like he's saying he still wants to get married, but you're like, no, I want to have
An extravagant wedding.
expensive wedding.
Yeah.
And who's the wedding for? It's the wedding. If you want to have a
The
huge
wedding is
wedding
for the people.
The wedding is for the
exactly.
people.
But the marriage is for you all.
Yeah, so it's
And that's
like-
what really matters because you could have a big, huge wedding, spend $100,000 on it,
and get divorced.
divorced in 2 or 3 years.
2-3 months.
That's true.
I would even go a step farther and say the wedding is actually for the woman. Because if I had to line up 100 men, I would say 95 of them probably don't care about the wedding whatsoever.
But
Men
you
will-
could
But
say it's for the
It's
woman.
for the woman,
but
it's
she
for
wants
the
to impress
woman
other people.
To impress
Yeah, fair
people.
enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
fair
what I
enough.
mean by
Fair
that.
enough, yeah.
It's for the woman, but she wants to impress. Hey, look
Yeah.
how nice this is.
We're
Okay,
paying
that's
for
fair.
the people.
Yeah, sure. And I never really got the idea of doing that because, like you guys said, you're spending sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars to impress other people. They're gonna talk shit about you behind your back anyway. A lot of the time, I just don't really
Man, the
get
food was nasty. DJ sucked.
but seriously, it be like that sometime. And I mean, I guess it kind of goes into the society that we have now, where like the world's just perfect, the social media perfect wedding, or like, you know, women want to feel like a princess for a day. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it is men too, but I just think the majority of the time is for the woman so she can impress her friends, neighbors, co-workers, all that other shit. And the long one doesn't really matter, I think. Because like you said, I think they did a study too. The more money you spend on a wedding, the higher likelihood you were to get divorced.
I believe that.
But people
I
don't
believe
understand this, right? The wedding's one phase of it. What about where you're gonna live for the next 30
Facts.
years of your life
Facts.
or
Not
40
because
years of
you
your life?
spent $250,000 on a wedding.
Yeah,
And
that
then what about a honeymoon?
yeah, why are you going to put yourself in debt for
Right.
others?
Yeah.
Like you said, they're going to talk about you either way. Whether the wedding's exciting and fun, they might talk about you either way. And that was my idea, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care like who I invited.
Right.
I invited people I cared about, you know what I'm saying?
No, your wedding was lit though, and I
That's
would,
all that matters. It
nah,
was lit.
I would say that's probably more of the exception than the rule because most weddings I've gone to, I've only been to like fucking 4 or 5, but I'm just like, okay, like,
But see, here's my thing was in the wedding, going into the wedding. I said the food gotta be good and the music gotta be good.
Yeah.
That's what I was out, you know, because people remember, hey man, that food was good.
Nah,
or the
facts, facts.
DJ was nice. So
Did
I
you
had
have
to
an open bar? Do you believe in that?
That's the thing, but that's not the wedding. People care about the reception.
Yeah.
So
that's
so
true.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That is
that's
it's
facts,
a reception
that's
Because
part.
you can save a lot of money if you was just to throw the reception.
That's
and
true.
Have like a
That's
ceremony,
truly-
ceremony.
Party.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate.
So the reception part, I would say, so we did have an open bar to a certain extent.
Okay.
It was wine and beer.
Okay.
So any other alcohol people had to pay for
Okay.
because that stuff is expensive. That's like
Don't get me
$8,000,
started.
another
No, I've
$12,000
been to a wedding
that
like
you're
that.
gonna spend for open bar for just liquor, top shelf liquor, and I don't
And they
got
didn't
time
even
for
bring
that.
no wedding gifts.
We not gonna get into that. You know what? I am gonna get
Go
into
ahead,
this.
go ahead.
People view weddings as a place where, okay, I'm about to have fun. I'm about to have a date with a woman. They don't understand the expenses of a wedding. If somebody doesn't invite me to a wedding this day and age, I do not have a problem with it. Don't invite me. It's fine. I'm okay with it. I know how expensive it is. I know how everything is. And people will not gift you. They will come and you'll spend, because let's be real. A wedding, I'll say it's $120 a plate, $130 a plate.
Sometimes
So a
more.
person, or sometimes more for people. You pay for the DJ, you pay for music, you pay for a musician, you pay for a singer, you're paying for different things. So all those things come into effect. So if I give advice to anyone about getting married or anything, or want to have a wedding one day, don't try to pour so much money into your wedding. I understand that you want it to be a nice day, but it's a life after the wedding.
Mhm.
The wedding, you prepare so much for a wedding, the wedding seems like it goes by like that.
Yeah.
And you look up and you like, all right, I did all that preparation and thing over already.
Bro, facts, man. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of more controversial. And I just think I'm not picking on you ladies. It's just what I see in my observations, especially women. Women are they're more worried about having a fancy wedding than preparing to actually be wives. Because eventually we all know that those first couple pictures you put out, the IG's going crazy. You know, everybody like, oh my God, congratulations, that and the third. But like Dee said, you spend all this time and all this money, months, preparation, meeting with caterers, cake bakers, your family, going to different venues and stuff like that. And just like that, it's over with. And a lot of the time, people can't handle that being so high on the mountaintop and then coming down and being like, damn, I'm wasting up this person forever. Like this is a life or death kind of thing.
Yeah.
People can't handle that conversation a lot of the time.
But and see, the thing is, I tell people all the time, that time went by so fast leading up to the wedding. It slowed up maybe an hour before the wedding, where it was like everything was going slow.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's get this over. Yeah. But besides that, right when that hour was over, said our vows, went to the reception. I'm on the plane going to a honeymoon. You know, so it's just like it's a fast paced thing, and people put so much emphasis on it because it is a beautiful day. You know,
Sure.
the day I think you get married, you graduate, or you have a child. It's just a phenomenal day. But I think people just have to realize a wedding is a wedding. It's not your marriage.
The actual
Mhm.
wedding's like 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes
Yeah,
'cause
shorter,
you
yeah.
just-
It's the reception.
you guys. So
Yeah, my Soul Train line was like that.
Nah, bro, the whole wedding was like that. And I think that as I've gotten older, I've had more fun enjoying the anticipation of things than the actual event.
Yeah.
Like, for example, how many times you been when you were younger? Christmas was just like this big, huge deal.
Mhm.
You couldn't freaking wait. You know, you got your little advent calendar counting down eventually, but then Christmas Day comes. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. You know, you're having fun, but you're like, damn, I kind of miss that excitement of looking forward to something.
yeah,
you
like
know?
looking at the lights, putting
So-
up the Christmas tree.
Exactly,
all of that.
exactly.
So I want to put something in perspective, a little closer to marriage. Dating is more fun because you're getting to know the person. So I tell people when you get married, you got to try to continue to date because dating is the fun part. Getting to know someone. We all change as human beings every single day.
Mhm.
You might want one thing one week, the next week you want to something else. Like, man, maybe I want to do this or maybe I want to do that. So dating is the part you have to continue to date the person because getting to know my wife, that was fun. That was exciting. Going to different places, doing different things, asking her different questions. So you have to continue to do that. Most people do get married and just be like stuck there.
Mhm.
Like you stuck in a marriage. So, and that's why I think a lot of people go wrong. And that's why you see, okay, the divorce rate shooting up because
Mhm.
people aren't doing the same thing. And a lot of times people tend to blame men, but it's the women also. I feel like because you see how much she blinked her eyes.
I was gonna say my favorite,
Oh my gosh.
favorite thing in the world is to blame women. But go ahead, D.
See,
you know,
we know.
I'm gonna get into this more later on, but I personally don't like the man versus woman thing because we both are wrong in this thing a lot of times. But a lot of times, I feel like a lot of women will blame men, and we're gonna get into also a little bit. I talked to him about this recently. A lot of women think they are better at the playing man game or cheating on man game, but it's not that.
Amen, brother.
I'm about to tell you something.
I saw a video saying that a woman, like men, they hurt more when a woman cheats on a man.
Yeah, when I do feel like when man loves, we love hard a little bit harder. A woman be in love 3 or 4 times in their lifetime, but we might truly be in love once in our life.
Does that mean that you love harder?
Yeah, because didn't you love harder on your first time where you thought you were more vulnerable that time?
I think women are more emotional than men, so we handle because
yeah.
we handle our emotions differently. Our love I might love one person one way and I might love another person another way, but that doesn't mean that I loved them one harder than the other. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a little different because I feel like if you offend a man, it takes a longer time for him to be like cool with it. You can offend a woman and she'll be back with the same man. Just like this, what I don't get about women. A dude could do you so dirty, you'll get back with him. Your friend could wear.
I hate that
Your
shit.
your
Sorry.
your friend
But I
could look
hate
better
that.
on you than you on your birthday. You never talking to her again.
Yeah,
I don't get women on that aspect.
I don't either. I'm not gonna lie. I don't either.
I don't either.
So yeah. So it's just.
Let's ask the tough question. Do you guys do that?
No,
No.
but that's crazy. It's funny that you say that because a rumor had went around that one of my close friends might have been with my son's father, but it was like way after me and him had been done. And I was just like, look, the way I think sometimes, like maybe I wasn't his soulmate, but maybe you could have been his soulmate and I stepped in the way. So in situations like that, like I know people would get mad if their best friend was to be with somebody they had been with, but even though it was a rumor and it wasn't true, like I wasn't mad about it. But if it was a situation,
That's interesting.
but like a lot of times, like I feel like in situations like when it does come to like cheating and stuff like that, if I'm gonna forgive him, I feel like I have no choice but to forgive you because the loyalty in a friend and boyfriend situation is both of y'all knew what y'all were doing and both of y'all were supposed to be loyal to me.
Can I ask a couple questions here? I'm just trying to basically trying to figure everything out here. Did you ever confide in your best friend about your relationship issues with this girl or whatever the case is?
I'm that person who has 7 best friends,
Okay.
right? Only 2 of them I actually confide in about like the bad things in my relationship.
Was she one of them?
No.
Okay. So have you ever like done anything like, you know, maybe said, hey girl, this nigga fucked the shit out of me, dick good, he taking me places, stuff like that?
No, because honestly, talking about sex with my friends makes me cringe.
Okay. Well,
That's interesting.
I was gonna say this because I don't believe you, by the way, but it's a whole different conversation.
It does.
But
So it's not one friend that you talk about. You
Like
you
I've
just-
had those conversations, but again, it's like again, out of 7 best friends, only one person I can talk to about that. But it even took a minute for that to happen. Like I don't know why, but like talking about my sex life makes me it's like almost like when people listen to themselves on a like when they have to hear themselves playback and they like I don't like the sound of my
you're
voice
doing right now.
I don't like hearing myself talk about my
So,
sex life.
I was gonna say just real quick. A lot of women have messed up by doing that because you guys don't know, but when you're like constantly oversharing with your female friends, a lot of the time might be saying things like I said earlier. Oh well, you know, he got some good dick. Oh well, he treated me like this. You are unconsciously selling your man to your best friends because what happens is women want men who other women want. And y'all don't like doing that a lot of the time. So that's why I asked you that, because if that was the case, let's say hypothetically you told your best friend that he was a really good dude, she gonna be in the back of her mind like, man, what the fuck does he got? Like, why you sticking around with him? I gotta call him and find out what's up.
But
well, maybe not even that sense. Even if you're talking about your happiness or good sex or
Right,
whatever,
exactly. Yeah, sure.
it might even be a thing where your friend is jealous of you, and even that energy.
That's facts. That's facts.
You can tell, like if you're having a conversation with them, you can just tell like they can't be happy for you because they're not even in your situation, and that can play a part in your friendship as well.
And sometimes I don't even think it's either or. Like I really do feel like women feed off of the energy of playing the game of I can get anybody that I want.
That's true.
And sometimes a lot of the times the game of I can get anybody that I want is even if you're with somebody. So it doesn't matter if you're my friend. It doesn't matter if you were with a stranger and I don't even know the other woman.
Sure.
I can get you.
So I always say this: men and women play 2 different games. You women, a lot of the time, you confuse a guy with actually wanting you and a guy wanting to have sex with you. Okay, so
I don't confuse that.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying
okay.
generally speaking.
Most women.
Yeah. So shout out to the great Patrice O'Neal, and I always give him credit for this. But he essentially said that women aren't really. And I lost my fucking train of thought that fast. Go ahead, D. I'll get it back in a second.
Okay. We're gonna come back to that.
Yeah, because I was about to go. I was about to go in on you just like that
reason
fast.
why you lost your train.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I feel a little bit of spiciness right here.
Like, because
It's a little
like
spicy.
I don't
No,
know.
say what you said again. Maybe it'll come back to me.
What did I say?
See, look at you.
No. When I say that it's a competition. Like it's just more so like I'm just trying to get
I got
your
it.
man
I got
because
it.
I know I can get your
So-
man.
Have you been like that before ever?
I won't say that I've been like that. No. I'm
Okay,
not
go
gonna say
ahead.
I won't say that I've been like that with other people's men, but I've lost people to someone else, and it's always been like I can get him back. I
Okay.
can get him
Yes.
back.
I got it. I got it. So here it is. Men, we are in the getting business. Women are in the keeping business. So as men, when we come to you and I approach you, I give you everything in the world to make you want to have sex with me, right? And a lot of the time girls come on this show and be like, well, hey, I had this guy I was dealing with him, but he wouldn't wife me up. I always tell you on the back end, that's your fault because men's job is our job is to get sex from you, and your job is to retain us after sex. So if a guy is fucking you and not giving you wife status, you might want to check and see what you're doing or not doing on the back end that makes him not want to wife you.
What makes it think that you think that we want? What if we just want to have casual sex too?
Okay, I was talking to Kiana about this earlier.
Why does it have to be that we want to keep a man?
Okay, let me respond to that. I agree with you to a certain extent that yes, sometimes women do want just casual sex, but I say on average, you guys don't want a lot of dicks just inside of you on average. No woman wants that. Go ahead and lie and say you do.
This thing. No woman wants the backlash of it. It's not like we wouldn't do it. It's just that if we did,
You don't want people knowing about
it's
it.
the reputation that comes behind it.
Okay, I want you to look me in my good eye and tell me that you want a bunch of dudes taking up space in your body.
I'm gonna look at you in your eye and tell you that if men and women didn't talk about women who had sex with multiple men, they would do it.
Stop the cap.
I don't know, bro.
They would.
Hey, hold
Would.
on. We talk
because there are women.
we
out
talk
there
about
that are
perception.
doing
We
it,
talk about
and you just-
perception.
and you
Because you got women out here who really are hoes, but they'll pretend like they're not because
Exactly.
of perception.
Well, I always say this, and this is my other favorite quote. Women have no problem being hoes, but they hate being perceived as one.
That's
So
the
I-
point.
and that's the point that I'm
That's the
trying
point
to
that she-
make.
Okay, seriously, but we got to understand women go through phases like that. That's not a constant thing, because think about it, the majority of women want eventually to have a husband and family.
They do. I'll give you that. They
Okay,
do.
so the majority of women don't want to stay in this slut phase. They might do it for a period of a month, a year, something like that.
So men do.
Huh?
Men do
Men want to do what?
stay in their slut phase forever.
Well, I was telling Keanu this earlier too. Like, men can't be hoes. Only women are hoes. Men are hoe makers.
What's the next question?
See, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, because I just feel like that is just so stereotypical.
why is it? Talk to me, sweetheart. Go ahead.
homemakers.
I mean, like for real. I do believe that at the end of the day, there are stereotypes. And it's hard to get away from stereotypes. So if that's gonna be a stereotype, cool, whatever. But why?
I'm glad you asked that question. So you got to think about this. Women very rarely understand how hard it is to actually get and keep women. Okay, so I throw the stat out all the time. Do you know that 33% of men are either virgins or have not had sex in the past year?
In 2023?
Yes. See,
What's the age range?
all men of all age ranges, and actually it was specifically 18 to 35. Okay, because you guys do what a lot of women do, is you assume because the guys that you are fucking has a lot of women, that most guys have a lot of women, and they don't. So, like, for example, there are guys that you don't even see. Maybe a guy that works at CVS, the guy changing your oil at Jiffy Lube, the guy that was a waiter at fucking whatever restaurant you go to. There might be a guy slightly autistic. These guys are men too. But you guys see Drake, Drake, Davies, Trey Songz, and Chris Brown have all these women, and you think that all men are like that. That's not the case. So back to the initial point. Men are praised for being hoes because it's hard for men to get women. You aren't praised for being a quote unquote slut because it's easy for you to do. If all of us go to a club, right, and I go in the middle of it and I say, hey, who wants to fuck? Out of 100 women, who's going to tell me yes?
I don't think
Answer the question.
it. I mean, it
There might
depends.
be
It depends
15
on
women that find you attractive and want to fuck.
Okay.
It depends, but I was about to say, like, I don't think that it's harder for men to get.
Just let me finish this example, and then I'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you, on average, if I was to go to the middle of the club for 100 women, I might get 5 on a good day. And even those 5 that find me attractive, they're still going to want a date to be taken out, wine and dine or something like that. If you go into the middle of the club with 100 dudes, say, hey, who wants to fuck? How many going to fuck you?
All 100.
Exactly. And look, I'm gonna say 103. It wasn't even 103 in the example.
But
So
that goes back to the stereotype.
just one more, then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you finish
All
after
the
this.
honey.
So look, I say this example all the time. A key that opens any lock is a master key. A lock that's opened by any key is a shitty lock. Only men who are in the top echelon of actual men get multiple women. Any woman can get multiple men. That's why we're praised for it and you're shunned for it. You can go ahead and respond now.
I mean, again, like I said, the stereotype is going to be the stereotype. It's no getting away from it. But it's like how a conversation that I had with my ex-boyfriend all the time when it came to like flirting, or you talk to more dudes than I talk to girls. And I always used to say, like, the same stereotype that women get for being a hoe. We get that stereotype because we're the ones who open our legs. So I always say it all the time. Like, if you flirting with a girl, that girl has the power over you. I technically have the power over men. Like, you can't have sex with me unless I open my legs.
Facts.
And just like you said, if 100 dudes ask me, I have to open my legs to those 100 dudes. But them girls not all them girls are gonna open their legs to you. And they're
You're proving my point even
but
more.
I'm saying they're not opening their legs because of the perception they would get after the fact. So like, if girls weren't viewed as like being ho-hos, they would be open their legs to just about anybody the same way y'all stick it just in about anyone.
Go ahead, D. You've been quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on. So just another. This is the fourth question. So
It's the fourth question.
It's the fourth.
D saved you, by the way, but go ahead.
Yeah. So what's one thing that's on your bucket list, like you gotta do before you go on?
Like die.
Yeah. That's a bucket list. That's your bucket list.
Jump out of an airplane.
So
that might be 2023.
Oh, he gonna take you on the airplane, but go ahead. I hope you're listening, brother.
I wanted to do that, but I get scared.
He's afraid of heights, so he's not taking me anywhere.
Well, you're not gonna do it, brother. You know about a lot about them before. You said one date?
You said what?
It was only one date y'all went on?
We've been on dates.
Oh, okay. I like that for you. Go ahead.
I don't. I'm hating. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. I really don't know right now.
You don't have like one thing that you just want to
I
do?
mean, I have like travel plans.
What are they?
I want to go to like Iceland again.
What's in Iceland? What's exciting in Iceland?
That's where we grew up.
Really?
We grew up in Iceland.
Yeah, military.
Holy shit, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Military.
Yeah, and Cuba.
Oh.
So I want to go back to like the places that I grew up before I go on.
Okay.
To my next life.
That's cool. This is very controversial, and I'm going to judge y'all on your answers.
We're being judged.
The sugar going grits. The sugar going grits.
I mean, I put it on grits before, but it's not. That's not my preference.
Go ahead. I'm judging. Go ahead.
So I don't eat sugar in my grits, but I don't really say that it shouldn't because I put sugar in spaghetti.
Okay, that was my next question. I was going to say sugar and spaghetti I can get with.
I put sugar in spaghetti, so I don't judge people who put sugar in grits.
Sugar and grits is wild because you know what belongs in grits?
Salt.
I'm a grit eating Negro, so I'm about to lay it out.
So bacon, eggs.
No. I don't want no eggs. I want no eggs.
I put all of it.
Give me bacon. Give me cheese. Give me pepper and salt.
I'll do that.
That's a nice.
But
that's
I
a
put
nice
my
grit.
eggs in my grits.
I like my grits a little. I don't like my grits loose though. I don't like those loose grits. Make mine a little heavy. Yeah. I like my grits. I like my grits. But
watery ass grits.
I hate when people make their grits watery. See, y'all loosened up a little bit. That's why I gotta do the icebreaker.
I mean, I felt one of those questions we were going on. It felt like a question that we must be talking about.
So let me get into this. Okay. Do y'all believe in traditional gender roles in relationships?
I believe it's a standard. I do believe there's standards, like, you know, the men have to provide and protect, and, you know, the women have to upkeep the household. I do think that it's based on the household, and you have to do what works for your household, what works for you guys as partners, love languages, things like that. Also, I do think that when you're in a household, kids can change the gender roles a bit of how it's looked at. But overall, in my experience, yes, I do want to have like a standard type of gender roles, like man, provide, and protect. I take care of the household, and then we can, whatever layers under that.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead. So you about to have a controversial. Go ahead. I know.
Like,
I can just look at you.
I just feel like it's just so much to this question because what are technically
know what the gender roles are?
So you mean like
traditional?
The woman cooks.
Well, if that's what you view as traditional,
the man provides.
All
right, I feel like this is 2023. Like there should not be gender roles.
Ooh.
Because
okay, let me ask you something. No, you say let's stop right there. Let's park. Put it in park. You say it shouldn't be gender roles, right? You and your man laying in bed.
Mhm.
It's 1:00 in the morning.
Mhm.
You hear the window break.
Mhm.
He say, "Baby, go ahead, get up. Ain't no gender roles. Baby, you go get up. Check what's going on there. You wouldn't have a problem with that."
First of all, if he don't get up and I don't get up, I don't be mind calling 911.
911 can't help you. They reactive. It's happening right now.
But my thing
you
is,
see, she ducking the
no,
question.
no. It's not necessarily ducking the
Floyd
question. It's
Mayweather.
just more so like if he don't get up, I'm
You
not
have
gonna get up.
impeccable
I'm not
defense.
gonna get up either. Like so, nobody gets up.
Come on, man.
So you're not gonna feel no type of way a man's not getting up to protect you.
You're absolutely right. I would feel some type of way, but that's why. But like again, you can be in relationships where the woman is okay with getting up. But is she?
Here we go.
Am I lying?
Stop the cap.
Y'all gotta ask me a question. Am I lying?
I don't know. It seems like you are. I see how she's looking. She's like, that's crazy.
I'm going to say you're full of shit.
Well, one thing I probably should have said when I introduced myself instead of my age and occupation that I think outside of the box.
Okay, let me ask you outside the box. I got something for outside of the box.
Hey, we only know amens back there, Kiana.
Kiana is loving it. Yes,
outside.
Kiana.
Okay, let's get more personal. You're out at the mall. A man comes up to you, offends you, says something crazy to you. The man looks at you to see what you're going to do. He doesn't do anything. The man pushes you or whatever he does. He doesn't respond at all. You don't mind it.
I do mind it, and I would leave him. But at the same time,
what's the difference between in the house?
Because at the same time, like with that situation, I don't expect it to be a gender role, and it could be because I have a soon to be 8-year-old and a soon to be 12-year-old single mother. No father in the household, no father helping me or nothing like that. So like I've taken on the role of being the provider and the protector. So like maybe it's just me, but in my mindset, a lot of the times, like even like walking on the street, I know that it's the gender role for the male to be on the outside, but because I'm always with my kids, I'm on the outside of my children.
But you would want? Do you have any girls?
No, I have 2 boys.
Okay, but wouldn't you want if you had a girl to her know those gender roles of a man protecting? Because the reason I asked that is because yes, I had both of my parents, right? For my daughter, I would want the same thing of a man being in a protective position for them. So I always say this: a woman cannot be a man. A woman, a mother cannot be a father. But what a mother can be is a great mother to raise her kids. Because I feel like a mother gives you nurturing that you need and a father gives you protection that you need. Not saying that the person, if they just have one parent, that they can't become something. Yes, they can become something. But just having both is just different.
Yeah, but I was more, with my example, I was just more so saying that the gender roles don't affect me as much. Like to the point where like, yeah, if something happens and he doesn't stick up for me, I might look at him.
You won't think I'm a sucker. I
might look at him sideways after the fact, but in that moment, he might be mad at me because because like a lot of times dudes don't even like when their woman argues with another man.
That's different though. But I'm saying
it's different. But
I'm saying if a guy came up to y'all and he said something, it's not you arguing. If he does not do anything, you're gonna feel some type of way. He a sucker. A man at that point, if a dude act like a sucker in front of you, another man can take him from you. That's how I just feel.
You know, I'm not gonna say that, but I will say that I do agree with if we're talking about gender roles as far as like protection, then yes, maybe I can say that a man is supposed to protect and the woman is supposed to nurture. But outside of that, what other gender role are we talking about?
You can go, bro.
I've been very quiet.
We know.
So listening to the bullshit come out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
spicy.
And this is why I always say, guys, fellas, if you're listening, take note. You never listen to women about how to attract women. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now.
What that mean?
Following your bullshit script, like, oh well, there are no gender roles, and if somebody came and smacked me, I mean, we could go walk and like, come on, man, let's stop the cat.
One, he didn't say he put his hands. Did you say he put his hands on me?
Wait, time out. I'm talking about the example when you were like, hey, if somebody broke into the house, then
I thought
we
he
can call the
said we heard
police.
the window shatter.
Well, I guess okay.
Yeah, breaking into the house. That's what I meant.
Oh, see, you ain't say somebody broke into the house. You said the window
Why is
shattered.
the window shattering?
No.
then?
You said because somebody could throw a rock at the window.
Come on, hey, you funny.
She,
You play too much.
see, look, hold on.
Hey, no.
You
Look
guys
at me. You play
guys
too
have
much.
to be specific with me because you said the window shattered.
petty.
That could have meant that.
Let me
I
ask you
was
something. Is she
I
petty?
was only
Is she
supposed
petty?
to get up.
I'm used to it.
No,
No.
It's not that I'm petty. First of all, you guys are talking to a person who doesn't believe that men should call women females. But
I got something
so
for
that's the type of woman you're talking to right now. Okay.
Yes.
Hold on.
Get back in the kitchen.
I'm tired of your ass, man. Look.
Oh my God.
Like,
But even,
She just looked.
Oh my
but
God.
even with your sound, like, is that a gender role?
is what the gender role?
Get back in the kitchen.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you to get back.
But
in the kitchen.
I don't know, bro.
No.
Hey.
If my man cooks better than me, he still
He gonna
want
be
me in the kitchen.
He gonna be in the kitchen if he cooks
I can
better.
cook, but if my man cooks better, he still want me
Look
in the
here, bro.
kitchen.
Look here,
Listen, D, I'm gonna let you go.
Go ahead.
I know you got something to say.
Okay.
But again, on this show, we talk about what will work for the majority of people, which means 51% or better. Now, in some relationships, the man is the better cook. And if that works for them, perfect. I have no problem with that. But overall, I found that when women, cooking is normally a way for a woman to serve her man.
Mhm.
And when I say sir, I'm not saying like you're a fucking slave or something like that, but it's just a way to show respect and admiration. And when you kind of remove that layer of admiration, like things kind of get lost in translation, in my opinion. Because how else can you show your man you love him besides just cooking for him, which is one of the biggest forms of love that we, especially in the Black community, show our way of affection. So how could you show love
language?
Yeah, how could you show him love besides cooking for him? I'm genuinely curious to asking this question.
Well, honestly, when we grew up in, and our mom, she cooks, and my dad cleans up.
Yeah, fair. And I'm fine with
and
that.
that's a balance.
I'm fine with
But
that.
you know, there are some gender roles. Woman has to cook, clean, do all of that. So
And-
where's the?
And
where's
that's why I ask for gender roles, because if we're like, for example, I have one best friend who got married and she was working before she got married, but she became a housewife.
Mm.
So at that point, she loves being a housewife, and I love that for her.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
It's nothing wrong with being a housewife, being a mom, cooking, cleaning, making sure your man's good, all of that, and he go to work, provide, do that, and y'all make it work. But I feel like sometimes the expectation is for men to still have a housewife, but that housewife is still working 40 hours a week.
Okay, I don't, and I will say 100%.
That's
I
true.
do not agree with that.
Okay.
So I believe that if both people are working, the wife should not be she should not be expected to go to work and still be a quote unquote maid or whatever you
A
want to call it.
homemaker.
Right. So I agree with you on that. But at the same time, I think we're getting to a point now, especially in 2023, where I was talking to Kiana about this earlier too. People who are housewives, you guys start marginalizing them like they're not important. Raising children and carrying a home is a very important job. It really is. But at the same time, I'm not saying y'all, but women are like, oh, you that man's slave. You gonna go just support a man, but y'all be at these jobs slaving away for them. Why not slave away for your family and your own legacy?
Yeah, I think, and I also think a lot of other women now these days that he say that they will view women that's okay with doing that stuff as a pick me.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think that's weird.
And I do too, because it's funny because a lot of people who will say that don't even have kids to technically be
That's
a
facts.
housewife. Because a housewife to me means like half of your 50-50 of your responsibilities is being a mother.
Yeah.
to your kids.
So if you don't have no kids, like you're not doing laundry every day.
Shit, I don't know, son. I'm gonna tell you right now, since I've owned a house, it's like shit magically gets dirty for no reason.
Oh,
Yeah, I do
yeah.
laundry every 2 weeks.
I
try to do laundry.
I'm
every 2
telling
weeks.
you, I will not cook for 2 or 3 days, and my kitchen is still dirty somehow. I'm telling you.
It do be a lot of dishes in there.
So on,
Yeah,
Like-
I'm into paper cups and everything else.
Me too. Plastic,
Plastic.
silverware, all
Oh,
of that.
speaking on gender roles, like when I was living with my child's father, you know, sometimes I got a little frustrated when the dishes will pile up, and I'm always doing the dishes, and you
Right.
see that damn, like, can you do the dishes one time?
No,
Like,
it's facts.
you know,
It's
so
facts.
even then, are women like, is that a part of gender roles? Women are supposed to cook, clean, do the dishes.
It's a conversation though.
Dishwasher.
I feel like what's work. My thing with gender roles is what works for you. I think some gender roles are appropriate. I think a man should be protecting you, should be providing,
protecting your peace as well.
Yeah, but you
have
gotta
to protect my peace
you gotta
too.
protect his peace as well. So I think it goes hand in hand. Like if I'm protecting your peace, you need to protect my peace as well.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like I'm not doing something, talk to me. See, a lot of times women
I'm a bad communicator sometimes.
See, and
Yeah.
women
Sometimes.
women say women.
I'm a writer.
I'm great at communicating.
Well, see, a lot of women will say communicate until it's time for you all to communicate what you all really want.
They only want. I mean, this not me, but since we talk about women in general, and I know I'm
The
not
others,
a part of
the
that.
others, right?
I'm
the
no,
others.
I'm not a part of the
You
majority.
different. She different, y'all.
But the majority
different.
only
Yeah,
wants
I'm
men
different.
to communicate with them.
Yes, I can say I wanted you to kind of be like a mind reader if I'm walking around frustrated. Like, why aren't you seeing that I'm frustrated? It's hard, but it's hard for me to bring up issues sometimes because I did deal with situations, even when I did bring up issues, it was always, well, this is your fault. Never took accountability for me even speaking my feelings on why I'm feeling this way.
Can I just say something? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's cool.
Cheryl, right?
No,
Cheryl.
I'm
We call her
Lee.
Lee.
Oh, Lee.
Cheryl made the greens.
You said Shell. I heard you.
No.
You said Shell, right?
You're
Okay,
Cheryl.
I'm Shell. Yes.
And
Oh, I
you're
thought
I
Leash.
thought you said
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
No,
No,
no.
Shirley made the greens.
Leash, right?
Leash.
I want to say this. Leash might actually be a woman who deserves to be alive right now. Like you are phenomenal. Seriously, you're less sick than Cheryl.
Unfortunately, I have been through a lot to the point where I've just had to learn where men's minds are and get over it.
Mm.
So now I don't even think I know for a fact that I don't think like the majority of women.
She doesn't, and honestly, I admire that about her, especially her being a mom and the things that she deals
Sure,
with her child's father. I always say, I wish I can just be like not emotional about things that I get like I can tell her about a situation, she'd be like, why are you even tripping about that? So it's just like I'm just highly sensitive and I'm highly emotional, and I wish I sometimes was not as
desensitized.
Yes.
But I can tell you guys balance each other out very well. You know, she's kind of like, you're more like, hey, fuck that, let's go kind of thing. And you're kind of the one that's like, hey, just calm down. It's not gonna be that serious. Like y'all balance each other out very well. But I also can tell this is like, and I could be wrong, but just from the outside looking in, I think you've had more trauma with men than she actually has.
I have.
yes.
Okay, so I see, I read things very well.
Yeah.
So,
But
I can call
it's funny you say that because like I was just thinking about something and I was just like, I know like even when I read a whole bunch of posts, stuff on social media and all of that, and I'm like, and how men and women like the war against each other go back and forth. I'm like, at the end of the day, it's technically only supposed to be one person that's really that you're meant to be with for the rest of your life. So like if your standards are all the way up here, there's going to be at least one person that's going to meet your standards.
that's bullshit.
At least
That's
one.
bullshit.
At least if we're talking about 1 out of 1 billion, even though the ratio is pretty low, you might eventually find your 1 out of 1 billion.
I also think social media has changed people's expectations.
That's
Thank
true.
you.
That's
Thank
true.
I think now because
social media is highlights though.
We're consuming literal 30 seconds information, 1 minute information,
Not even that sometimes.
like daily. It's really unhealthy how much time we spend on social
Size.
media.
But it's
And
also,
we're thinking of things as goals, and this is what I want. We're thinking that this is a lot, and you're not even in the capacity to live the people's life that you're seeing.
but
on a
not even
day-to-day
that. Like
basis.
I love her.
But I follow this the thing. I follow normal people, and this could be because of who I am, like your algorithm of who pops up on your social media and timeline. But I started following a lot of people that have been like those people that cry on social media,
Really,
talk about heartbreak on social media and stuff like that. I don't follow a lot of people that talk about the good and only showcase the good. Like I follow people that showcase like me and so we're not doing good right now, or I just got my heart broken and he just dumped me right now. Like I follow a lot of that too, and that has actually opened my eyes to like this is what it wouldn't necessarily be my social media account because I don't really want to post all my
All your
my
business.
personal
your
business
personal
on there.
Yeah.
But I do respect the people who sometimes cry, because I used to look at them sideways like, why are you crying on social media? But when I look at their content isn't always happy. It's today, this is how I'm feeling.
Right.
Today, this is what's going on.
I think a balance is important. I still have questions about people that actually cry, trying to record, hit the red button and cry. So that's kind of weird to me, but I get it. Sometimes they don't have any.
Have you
anywhere
ever
else to
recorded yourself crying?
No, I would never.
I have.
I've recorded myself crying. I've just never posted it.
Ever.
Yeah, okay.
Ever.
See, that's different. I never did. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if you record yourself and say, "Let me look back on this," but for other people to look at and for it to go viral, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
we
we talked about gender, right? So I want to ask you all this: in your experience, has men or women been better friends for you?
That is a great fucking question.
When you posed this question, I was thinking, are we talking about men to men friendships?
No,
women
no,
to
no,
women?
no,
or
no.
Do I have
Platonic,
better?
but platonic between a man and a woman, or platonic between a woman and a woman. For you all, that's what I'm asking.
You going first?
And
No,
don't
you
lie.
go ahead.
Don't lie.
Okay, so
Experiences.
I
Think
feel
about your
like-
experiences.
experience wise, I feel like this is a hard question to answer, only because in my personal opinion, I feel like men and women don't really have relationships without the attraction first.
Hmm.
Whether or not
interesting.
it actually crosses the line, it could be like, hey, I'm only friends with you because originally I thought you was cute. Not even saying that I wanted to have sex with you, but I just was physically attracted to your looks.
Right.
And then from there, because I was physically attracted to your looks, I wanted to get to know you. And I found out like you really cool peeps. No, we probably would never have a relationship together, but we was really cool peeps. But so I feel like a lot of times like men, women, friendships develop off of physical attraction first. And women relationships, again, that's hard for me because I am bisexual. So it could be
That's good to know.
it could be
Interesting.
it could be I will say this, all of my women relationships are platonic. One thing about me is I play flag football. So
Okay. All right.
What? Hey, what? I'm missing it. What you mean flag football?
I play
like you actually play flag football? Or is that something else you're saying?
I play flag football. Like right now, my leg might be a little bent and a little limp because I had surgery in September because I tore my ACL.
Oh, you talking about actual flag football? I didn't. I thought it was like a saying that I'm old in spirit.
No. I played flag football. I used to play tackle, but I broke my ankle last year and I haven't been back since I broke. In 2021, and I haven't been back since I broke my ankle.
Okay,
that's different.
But a lot of my friends that I'll meet, like if I meet you because we had class together, or I meet you because we were in the same area together,
Sure.
then it could be like a real. I'm not even gonna say that. If I meet you because we were on a team together or in class together, that's probably a real friendship. Or because we were in the same area all the time, that was probably a real friendship. But stuff outside of that, like a club, social media, somebody introduced us, like, hey, this my brother so and so, and I'm like, oh hey, da da da, and then now me and you start being cool. It was more than likely because we were physically attracted to each other.
And
so,
I'm glad you're honest about that, because according to somebody sitting over in the corner, that attraction plays no role in the friendship, and that men and women are platonic friends all the time. And so I'm glad you kind of admitted that.
Eventually, I'll say this: eventually, it becomes a platonic thing. But I do feel like starting off, like
you were doing so well.
No. I can't speak. I can't speak from a male perspective. I can only speak from a woman's perspective, that I was attracted to you or whatever, and then we became friends. But now, because we're friends and I know how you move and da 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 da, you're no longer attracted to me in that way. Okay. But originally, our friendship was built on me being attracted to you. But our relationship is technically still platonic. Like, I don't feel like I have that attraction to you that I did when we first became friends or whatever. But I can't speak from your point of view. Maybe you're still attracted to me, or if you were even attracted to me when we started being friends, because sometimes males could just be friends with women and then eventually get attracted. But I don't know, because I'm not a male. So do you feel like men only get are friends with women that are attracted to.
I'm going to answer the question after I let you answer because I'm going to.
I can only speak on experience. I don't really have that many male friends. I don't have that many women friends.
Who do you have more, male or female friends?
I have more female friends.
Okay.
Women friends. And most of those relationships have been long term. Like 2 of my best friends, we've been friends since 1st grade. So that's like 20 plus years.
Awesome. Okay.
And just my friends that I met through college. And we're speaking specifically about, close friends. I only had one male best friend and we're no longer friends anymore. So
And why did that end if you don't mind me asking?
you
You don't got to get too deep into it. But.
You're watching. Yes.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
no.
Yeah.
You don't got to get into like OC
I mean,
details.
it's not okay. So I'm not gonna tell our business, but it was more so the person he's with now, and it wasn't a problem with at first. He got back with this girl, and it's just kind of been a thing.
Okay. And
So-
can I ask you a question? Be honest as possible.
Yeah.
Have you ever smashed?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
I plead the fifth. It's all right.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So we're no longer friends, and I've been surprisingly good. And this is somebody that I've been, we met in. He was honestly one of the first people I met when I went to college. Like, how you have Facebook and you're like meeting the people.
Yeah,
that you're gonna meet.
sure.
So we actually met then, and then like the first day, like I moved there that night, met up with him, been friends ever since. This was 2010. We literally stopped being friends a couple of months ago.
2 questions. Did you start out like you actually started out being friends?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I was friends with him. He did. It was like a long-term attraction. Like, and then we did after, I'll say 26. This is when I was broken up with not my child's father, but my ex before him. I was in between like dating and stuff.
Sure.
And it was just always a thing like, oh, you guys should date. So I was more so listening to other people because we were friends for so long. We had like a good connection, and sometimes you should not go that place with people that you just genuinely have a friendship with, because it does ruin friendships. And I can say that's probably why we're not friends, because his now girlfriend probably looks at it like,
that was my next question.
I'm not gonna necessarily say
As
I don't like.
She should.
I mean, and I respected it. The way he came at me and he says, you know what? I'm trying to marry this girl. I want to have a future. You're in the way of that. Cool. I respect you as a man.
I'm going to tell you this too. I just know men. I promise you, he'll be back. I guarantee
He's blocked.
it. That don't. When has blocking never stopped a dude before?
Ever.
If a dude really want to get in contact with you,
I mean,
He's
he'll find a way.
I don't have him blocked.
you out there.
No, I did block him.
You out there like you
Oh, she's an enabler.
you out there like blocking this is like ending his life or something like that. When niggas want to find it, they gonna find it.
Oh no, I blocked him on my social media, because my thing is, if you're gonna end a friendship with me, you're not gonna catch up with me. I told my friends who he was following, I unfollowed.
You didn't
Block. I did.
You went to that extent.
She kind of sounded the feelings a little bit.
I blocked him.
I
And
would
I
be in my
unblocked
feelings, I'm
him,
not
so
gonna lie.
he's not. But your page is not private, so he can see you regardless.
you're right,
If he's
right.
looking.
Right.
Not if he's blocked.
No, I blocked him to unblock him, so he's not following you
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
Yes, I did that.
Block
Okay.
unblocked.
Did you did that behind her back?
No. She was saying like she told her other friends
Yes.
Oh,
But-
okay.
they blocked to
unblock.
unfollow.
Yeah. So it's not like
But if
just
I was
blocked
to
him.
block him, so he's not following me, my page is not private. It's public.
so she can still.
So
he can
he'll still
see
be
it.
able to see anything that I'm doing.
Maybe I missed it, but I didn't hear either one of you all answer the questions truthfully. Of
They
who,
didn't answer.
I mean,
No.
I-
He liked my answer till I said something at the end.
what do you feel like women or men are better friends?
I told
Your
him
experience.
in my experience, I would say women have been better friends to me, because there's not like the attraction.
I don't feel like
the cap.
I feel like that honestly, if I say men and women are better friends, I don't feel like it's either. I really feel like it depends on what kind of friend you are to them. If we're being 100% honest, because women are shady.
Thank you.
Judgmental.
Thank you.
Women can be
Critical.
very manipulative.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Women are petty. And then, like I
I
told
hope
him,
you're listening, Kiana.
and then, like I told him, like you got the men who were only friends with you because they originally wanted to be with you. So sometimes it's hard to like once you're platonic.
That's all men. But
Do
go ahead.
you-
They
No,
low key
hold on,
wait. They
hold on,
low
brother.
they low key
Hold on,
waiting
brother.
for you
Hold
to
up,
be a
hold up.
single woman again.
Can I
They
say
low-key
something?
waiting.
Can I say something?
Yes.
In my past life, I was never trying to be in nobody's friend zone. I'm gonna let you know what's up. If you don't, if it's not that, if I'm friends with you, I'm friends with you. But if I want that, that's a whole different story.
And but that's why I said like it depends on how you friends, because a lot of the male friends that I'm still friends with to this day was on my track team.
And they don't want to fuck you.
No, that all right. That I'm going to say don't want to that
We about to wrap this
no, but you can't. But like they've never said it to me because you got to think about it. My track team,
They didn't say it to you, but they.
But all right, if I tell you that, like, if I break it down to you, like my track team when I was at Bowie State University, which is where a lot of my male friends come from, like I'm not really cool with a lot of people from high school. Like I'll speak to you, say, hey, what's up? But I won't sit here and say that I'm friends with anybody from high school. All my male friends from college, my son's father was on the track team, and a lot of them are close friends with him. There's actually only one person that I actually know for a fact that had a crush on me. Everybody else was cool with him. Before none of them dudes on them team even liked me because they told me that I was just a bitch to them. So they only became cool with me maybe like a couple of months after we were into the semester. So I can't say like, again, I'm going to say that they probably were more open to being friends with me because they were attracted to me. But at the same time, they were friends with a lot of people, a lot of girls on the team that might not have been as attractive.
Go
Okay.
ahead, D.
I heard a lot of things on tonight, and that brings me to my last question. What's y'all biggest red flags? And I hope you all are honest with this. Your person, what's one thing you know you toxic? You know in what area?
I'm not toxic anymore.
You delivered.
Like I am delivered. That's probably why I'm not in a fully. That's a lie.
What?
I was about to say I'm not in a fully committed relationship.
I'm not.
I'm gonna say that's probably why I'm not married yet.
Look at his face. He's like, "What are you?"
I don't even know what that is. That's confused. I'm confused.
I'm so sick.
I'm confused.
Because like the thing about it is when it comes to red flags, it's hard for me to point red flags and dudes because a lot of their red flags could be because of how much, I don't want to say controlling I am, but
no, use that word. Go ahead and say it.
But y'all ever heard of like the five love languages?
Yeah, we know.
If I tell you that I'm not this type of person, I don't be like being loved this type of way, that this is how I like being loved, and you still tell me that I'm going to do what I want to do, you can't change me. I feel like if you want to be with me, you should love me how I want to be loved. Is that really controlling? Yes. If you answer yes, then I'll just be like, okay, I'm controlling.
Yes, you are, and you're difficult. And all I'm gonna tell you is too, you have dodged so many freaking questions. There was a very
what is your red flag? You know you got one.
My red flag, honestly, is dishonest.
No. What is yours?
Yeah.
Something about you.
No. Because like, if we're being 100% real, I can't really say what a red flag is because a dude could do so much shit to me and I'll still take him back. So
I'm not talking about a dude. I'm talking about for yourself. What is something that you see in yourself? Like, dang, I need to chill out.
That's a red flag.
What's a flaw that you have essentially?
I can be somewhat.
If you say you got a big car, walking.
No. That's not what I was about to say. I can be.
I'm always forgiving.
I could be somewhat of a narcissist in certain situations.
I like
that. Main character syndrome.
Yes. No, I'm not gonna say main character, but like a narcissist, as in like you have to see it my way.
That's
like you can still disagree, but you have to at least see it my way. Like if you don't even acknowledge that you know where I'm coming from, we about to be arguing all night.
I can kind of agree with that. I feel like sometimes I can try to manipulate the conversation where you kind of what she said, if we're not You can say that you understand 100 times, and if I feel as though you're not understanding me because there's something that you're saying, or you're just very nonchalant about it, we're gonna have to keep going and going.
So can I flip it back for a second too? And I'm just curious. In our brief conversations, what
changed?
That's the crazy part about it.
No,
is
I just
a lot
had
of
this
what you're
conversation.
hearing on this isn't really how I am,
No.
but it was my thought process in
Sure.
early 2022.
So I just want to know, in our brief conversations that we've had, what do you think one red flag is with me? Just out of y'all.
You're misogynistic.
You're a woman hater.
He's not. No.
See.
He's not a woman hater. He's just very misogynistic.
That's
But no.
hating me.
No. I feel like you don't have to hate women to be misogynistic.
Okay, expand on that. I'm interested.
Like, I feel like sometimes people still live in the 60s or the 70s. That doesn't like, I don't feel like the people in the 60s and the 70s hated women. That was just the time that they was living in.
Okay.
But to carry that over to 2020.
I don't know about that one.
But no.
Can I say that?
Okay.
When you say that, somebody can say they were racist in the 60s and it was ideal of a theory.
I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying, it's just in theory what he's saying. If that's what that base is on, because not respecting women or being hatred towards women, that's what that is. Whether if he's stuck in it or not, it's still the ideal of it.
But listening to him and his conversations, a lot, surprisingly, we had agreed on. We might have had a different views on a little bit of
It's called
stuff,
perspective.
but most of the stuff we agreed on. But I still feel like he's misogynistic in a little of his ways. But I don't expect nothing less from men.
Can I ask you this? would you date that type of man?
Would I?
Absolutely.
To be honest, I would. But it'd be one of those things where my red flag would pop out, because now we're arguing. Now we're arguing because of the fact that, are you really seeing my point?
I'm gonna say this.
So,
if you wanna, I call it TK's military. I have a lot of enrolled people now. If you want to come join it, you're more than welcome to.
I'm okay, but you can join the Shell Army.
Listen,
you got a button for that?
Ain't no button for that. Listen, I beat you down to build you back up. And honestly, I can tell your sister, she'd be a lot easier to just kind of come under my wing and just let me mold her.
What are you calling me right now?
He's saying that you're easily manipulative.
No, hold
manipulated.
I'm not saying that.
You know what?
You're putting words.
Let her say it. Let her say it.
Why? That's probably why I've dealt with a lot of that.
No, it's because I can tell. That
you think you attract that?
Maybe
she like that shit too. She like that.
No, I feel like I have attracted men that think that they can control and power over me, and I don't know if it's more of a physical thing because I'm little and I am small. Okay. And I feel like when things like that, I'm dead ass serious.
The thing about it is,
can I say something? Can I say something?
When it comes to that, I'm dead.
You can say something, and I'm gonna say something right after that.
I agree with you, because some men are like that.
Yeah.
They like the dominance of a smaller woman. I know some men that are like that. That's why.
Can I ask you this just real quick? Who's a bigger freak out of them two, you think?
She is.
Thank you.
Listen.
Hold up.
Say no. Look, I'm not. I wouldn't know, because just like I said, me and her. I don't talk about my.
What you got for them?
One mic. I'm gonna say this. You're more of the like. You're more open with your stuff. You like being dominated. I can tell. You're one of the quiet ones.
Dominated
In the bedroom, absolutely.
I do.
I mean, hell yeah.
Thank you.
I'm little. I can do a lot.
But I was actually about to say this. But I was.
Hold on. I got a button for you. Can I sing to you, baby?
Oh my god.
But I was actually about to say this. What's crazy is, it's funny because me and my youngest son's father, we're not together, but I remember I was on the phone and I was giving one of my friends relationship advice, and then he looked at me and was like, "Oh, so you do know what's up." So I feel like with us having this conversation, I can tell you what it is and how, even though I don't think like majority of the women, I can tell you what it is and how I think. But then when I'm in that situation, I'm just like,
Oh,
no.
see, I always say that because I
no. So I
I
feel like
know-
I fall into the category of most majority of the women, but I'm trying to, like, for the last 2 years, because my last real trauma of a breakup was actually with my ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
That was the last biggest trauma relationship that I was with, and that's when I started. And that's when I started like my whole, like, you know what, you not like fuck bitches, fuck niggas. So it was fuck everybody. So
Oh,
like
shit.
that's kind of like when I got to the place that I'm at now. Like when I realized it ain't just niggas that be doing this shit, it's women too.
Well,
And that's why I'm kind of more level-headed now, where I'm like, I'm not like most women, because I know that it's women that do this shit too.
It's something I wanted to get into that I said I was going to get into later. Women think they are sneakier than men. And I just want to say this. It's not that you're sneakier. It's just that a man is okay with playing the side dude role. He's okay with it.
So when you say sneaker, you mean as far as like
Cheating
sneaky playing?
Yeah,
cheating.
like I've heard women like, these dudes don't know how to play. It's not that you know how to play a specific way. It's that a woman is probably going to say something before a man does. A woman wants her credit for something she does or she's doing. A man, if he's doing that, he's just getting the benefits out of it. Yet, as a man that's in a relationship, you're still doing for your woman. You're putting all the work in, but the person's getting the fun out of everything. Most men, I would say most men, if they could just have the sexual part of a relationship, they will be so fine with it. You ain't got hit a woman's mouth. Or if you hit a woman's mouth, it's probably about what the other dude's doing. But the other dude, right? He got to deal with all the other stuff. And that's why I say it's not that women are smoother or sneakier. It's just that man ain't gonna say nothing because he feel like his role is he got a nice little role there.
Well,
men don't go looking.
I'm going to go.
Women go looking.
Women are still sneakier,
No,
but I only say it because you got to think about it. When a woman thinks that their dude is cheating, they know all the questions to ask. So when the roles are reversed, they know what to delete. Before the dude does ask.
You sound like you've been there before.
I have.
Let me go.
And I'm not ashamed. But this was years ago. Okay?
Of course, she's reformed now. Let me go.
This was before COVID.
I just want to say both of y'all.
Before COVID.
Listen,
both of us.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
Women actually suck at cheating. You always hear this thing like, "Oh my God, women, yeah, they're better cheaters than men." It's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why. Women aren't good at cheating. It's just that, for example, let's say I'm married, right? And one of you guys are my side chick.
Why are
right?
you cheating when you're married?
Hypothetical context. Okay. You know for a fact that most women are not okay with the guy just fucking on there with no kind of dates, reciprocation, or anything like that, right? Mm-hmm. So as a man, I have to take you out and wine you and dine you to a certain extent to keep you on my team. That's one avenue of me getting caught. If I'm a side dude, I don't require all that dating and stuff. All I require is, hey, we're going to have sex where? Or at the hotel? Okay, I'll be there ASAP.
Yes, I do got a whole bunch of other women too.
Okay, fair enough. The second thing is, me as a side dude, I'm not going to call your husband when I get upset and be like, hey, guess what your wife is doing? Women do that all the time. As soon as y'all get upset, y'all blow the whole spot up. Okay, oh, you ain't taking me out no more? Oh, you're not going to leave your wife for me? I'm going to go ahead and call your wife and tell her what's going on. Y'all suck at it. And third, the last thing is that the reason that women think they're good at cheating, most guys are arrogant enough to think their girl won't cheat on them. I don't put nothing past a woman. Y'all are, like you said, way sneakier than men are. And on top of that, if y'all want to cheat, we never would find out anyway. So you wasting your breath asking.
Yeah, I feel like we can hide things good. You know, it's crazy. Like even when you said I went to a woman to woman one time. I felt like that was I felt so guilty. I felt so guilty.
Hold on. Why did you feel the need to go to this woman?
Because it wasn't even more so like I wanted to like break up their relationship. I just felt like he was a really fucked up person. And I wanted her to, know like, yo, this is your boyfriend.
How long you was fucking him for?
It was just a couple of months.
And was it good?
Yes.
Thank you. That did you like?
But it wasn't even I went woman to woman. I came to a woman to woman before about her boyfriend.
I only did it once.
But it wasn't even the fact that I wanted to end a happy home, because that didn't even change anything with them. Like, she took him back for like
Sure.
Yeah, but but that my thing was, it's just like, and what's very like crazy is like, when I did that, he came to me angry as hell, like, you will never be. And I was like, I didn't even know that you had a girlfriend. I had to find out, via social media, that you are hiding somebody. That's fucked up to me, because if you claim that this woman is your highest or whatever, why are you fucking around on her?
But this is
it just doesn't make sense.
I asked the
to me.
question 1,000 times. You knew from Jump Street the nigga wasn't shit. So you gonna
No, I did not. He was a very good person. We were really cool.
Two things can be true.
Yes. And when I found out,
she didn't know he wasn't shit yet.
Yes. And when I did find out that he had a girlfriend, I was just like, yo, like, I sat on it for a little bit, and then
Did you fuck him after?
No, that shit was dead and done for.
And
he went to my best friend. He ran into my best friend, and he was saying like, yo, like, I shouldn't have treated her that way, like, talking about me, like, because he knew that he fucked up. And that's just the thing.
I don't know what the question was, but I've actually messed with people who have been in relationships, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes now that's why I think it might be a karma for my current / past relationships. But what I will say is this, when it comes to like messing with guys in relationships, what I don't like is when they feel like when you're ready to stop, it should continue. And or they'll try to like be like manipulative and say like, I'm going to leave so and so for you. And I'm like, what makes you even think that I'm going to be with you? Because I know you cheat at this point. So like, I have to prepare for the karma that's about to come against me because of the fact that I even mess with you knowing that you were in a relationship, let alone let you leave who you were with and us be together type thing.
I respect that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of women don't admit to what you just.
That's what, and like I said, ladies, y'all, like, I was prepared to come down and scream, and I did scream a little bit.
You got on your feelings a little bit, just a little bit.
Y'all were getting on my nerve, but y'all been pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, decent. All right, never mind. Y'all been some shit this whole episode. You give them an inch, you take a mile.
So let me ask y'all this. We're gonna end on this. I know it's cliche, but what's your resolution for this year? What's something you gotta do or has to happen this year for you?
Well, for me, like, because I'm so into the sports and stuff, like, and back in the summers when I tore my ACL and I haven't played since, I feel like for me, it's just more so being able to get back on the field and making a name for myself again.
What position do you play?
I was playing rush, but I kind of want to move towards the receiver. A lot of people don't think I can catch, and it's probably because when I first came out playing football, I couldn't catch. So, but I've gotten better at it a lot. So, like, I want to move towards being a receiver when it comes to football.
Gotta look the ball in.
Yeah, that's what they say. You catch with your eyes, not with your hands.
And what's your resolution, my love? Are you
working on book number 2? I make beats, so I'm trying to do more like networking and stuff with music. I can't sing, but I do like to songwrite. So just making more connections and then find my identity. I feel like I lost myself when I became a mom, and my child is about to be 4. So I think that last year it was more so becoming self-aware, taking accountability for things and why you're in these fucked up situations and things like that. So now it's just, this year is about finding my identity and walking in who I'm supposed to be.
And make sure, guys, you guys have a business or your books or something, make sure you send it to us on the IG and we'll put it down below in the description. People can like find you and all that. But this has been a really, really good show, ladies. Yes. You guys have been good sports, and I really appreciate your time. Give me camera 1, Kiana. So we're gonna go ahead and do last thoughts. What you think about the show? Would you hate it? Did you love it? Would you come back? And go ahead and plug your businesses, whatever you got, IG, all that stuff too.
You go. Oh, okay. You can find me at Leash Janelle. That's my writing creative Instagram. Like I said, I make music. I write poetry. I'm working on book number 2. So yeah, I mean, it's been a great time with you guys. I was a little nervous, but no, you guys are great, awesome, and I would love to come back. And
Cool.
Do you have any friends that are as strongly as opinionated as you guys?
I mean, I feel like all my friends are a little opinionated. We
Please.
all have our experiences.
Please bring them down here. I got something for them, but go ahead.
I can be found on IG at CHELLE be me _ and I actually really enjoyed myself. As far as
Told
like
you would. I told you gonna have a good time.
as far as like businesses go, like I haven't launched anything yet, except for like I make waist beads and like bracelets, like energy bracelets and stuff like that. That's the only thing that I've launched right now. So I do have an Instagram page for that. It's called Wasted, as in WAISTED.
We'll put it down in the description.
Love. And you can get waist beads on there, and that's really about it for me.
That lonely ass name. But
Wasted love.
So hey, Kiana, for real, hey, y'all, we gotta give Kiana a round of applause.
Yes, Key.
She has held down the producing spot. She got, she got handled earlier, so she had to come down and tell you that.
No,
Please shut up.
So
Kiana's amazing.
Kiana, last
Very
thoughts.
amazing.
Thank you, love. We really appreciate you, seriously. Thank you for being here. You got anything you want to say about the show or anything?
This is alpha male mentality.
That's
Nah,
crazy.
for real.
We got different perspectives.
Nah, for real.
Alpha male mentality. You
That's
cut them
crazy.
off too many times.
Oh, I did not mean to cut you
Wow.
off. It's just, all right.
Wow.
Hey,
You know what? I'm gonna save it to after the show where I got to say.
And D, let's go ahead and give D his applause. And D, go ahead. Thank you for doing the show tonight, bro, and plug your business again for the people and all that.
Yeah. So if you need a loan, commercial lending, I'm the guy. Major Assessments Financial. You can follow us, or you can go to the website Major Assessments Financial.com. If you're new existing business, I can get you the money that you need to start your business because I'm that guy. What they say, what the young kids say, I'm him.
He's him.
Camera one, Kiana. So ladies, y'all willing to come back?
I would definitely come back, especially if you speak on topics I know.
No, you come back for sure.
Okay.
If we talking about Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory, say no.
Oh my
we can
God.
actually get into that if you guys want to.
I'm
But
ready.
Let me come up with the topics next time.
Anyway, her and her bullshit. Camera on me, Kiana. But hey, look, y'all. That's all our time till the next time, ladies. If you're in the DMV, you want to get on the show, DM us at Shattered Illusionz on TikTok or Instagram. And ladies, again, thank you guys again. You've been amazing, awesome. I really appreciate you guys. But as I always say, that'd be like all our time till the next time. This is the Shattered Illusionz podcast. Kill the fantasy, build a dream, and we are out of here.
Will I take him to the greatest?
Appreciate y'all.
That was amazing.
Appreciate y'all.
It was all right.